All right, what else you got?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I wrote down people to surround myself with, but you just said solitude, so that kind of knocks that out. Just
Yep.
train by myself.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, at some point, you may have to join a master swim program for swimming, for swimming help, right, to get faster. But for the most part, we're not trying to make Olympic swimmers. So, like, my wrestler killed it every day. He went from like 135 to 106 100 times. Okay? Like, that's what it looks like. If you just do it every day, 5 days a week, 5 in a row, like, you'll get faster.
Yes, sir.
You gotta, like, I know you got big lungs, so you can run fast because you'll be able to swim fast as soon as you get your technique down. Okay, and if you're already swimming at 8:30 and running at 8:30, then the only thing I would say is, like, you just gotta be smart, right? Like, I would tell you, go graduate from college. You only got 20 hours. Go graduate from college, especially with an Arabic minor because they love an Arabic right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So when it comes to, I was gonna kind of away from getting into like PST and stuff. Like at boot camp, I know I'll be in like an 800 division.
What?
Or whatever, that kind of thing. 800 division.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you your problem is?
Not being gritty enough?
Nope. What did I tell you? Why did I tell you we getting on this phone call?
Because my head's blowing up?
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
If you got to worry about boot camp, you need to quit trying to do this right now.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
If you have to worry about boot camp,
yes, sir,
then you need to just stop this process right now.
Yes, sir.
If you're doing research on boot camp, you need to stop this process right now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't want to get out of boot camp and be out of shape.
You're going to be out of shape when you get out of boot camp. I just told you that.
Yes, sir.
You're going to be massively out of shape.
Okay.
And then you're going to have to grind your face off for 2 months to get ready to go to buds.
Okay.
Because there's a phase after boot camp where they let you train. And when you're ready, you take the PRT and then they'll let you go.
Okay.
Okay. My dude, I just had 3 guys go through boot camp. An Army officer and then 2 SEALs. It's the same thing. They not even in the SEAL training after boot camp, you're not gonna run enough, you're not gonna lift enough, and you're not gonna swim enough.
Okay.
All right, so you gotta do all that stuff on your own. That's where the solitude comes in. There's gonna be a bunch of dudes in your class when the day's over, they chilling in their racks, watching TV, watching, playing video games, and you gotta go right back out the door for a 5-mile run.
Yes, sir.
That's the solitude that you need to be successful.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, here's what I'm gonna tell you. You're doing all this research.
Sure.
Okay. It's gonna cause you to quit. Because the first time you see some shit that you ain't been prepared for, you're gonna have a nervous breakdown and you're gonna quit. So I recommend you to stop doing all this research. Because it ain't gonna help you graduate from buds.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just focus on what's right in front of you. Like, I'm not ever gonna tell you no BS. Like, I tell it straight as it is.
Yes, sir.
Go work construction, wrestle jiu-jitsu, work on your swimming.
Okay.
Graduate from college. In that reverse order. Graduate from college, work a construction job, work on your swimming, and grind. Are you living at home right now?
Yes, sir. Me and my girlfriend are living here in Portland.
Okay, so you living with your girlfriend. So you do have bills, though.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where do you live? Where are you from?
I'm originally from, I grew up in Virginia Beach, Virginia. When my
Where
dad
are
was
your parents at?
My dad retired from the Coast Guard. He lives in Michigan now.
Okay.
And my mom lives out here.
Okay, because I'm going to tell you, like, you might have to move home for a couple months. Right? Now, I don't think, you'll be fine, but, like, if you told me you were 155, I would be happy, right? Like, you probably going to have to start squatting a little bit to make sure your legs are strong enough.
Yes, sir.
Because you got to move fins and stuff like that. But, like, I'm not worried about none of that stuff.
Yes, sir.
I'm worried about your grit level. Then you got to learn to be flexible, because right now you ain't being very flexible. You're doing all this research trying to figure everything out. That ain't how the program works. You can't figure out the program. You better figure yourself out to get ready to go to the program.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else?
Being gritty. Construction. I know you said if I do that, no jujitsu. Jujitsu. What are some other things? Crawling in the sand.
Crawling. That's it, really, man. Like go chop wood.
Okay.
Look in the paper. I'll tell you this one. Look in the paper. Find a guy selling wood. Okay. Tell him, listen, I'm trying to be a Navy SEAL. I got to do some gritty stuff. I will come and chop wood with you all day for free. Okay. And go sling. Like, I don't know. He may have the automatic stuff. If they selling professional wood, most of the time they got the automatic stuff. But you may find some dude chop. And you got to go keep your mouth quiet and chop.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sounds good.
But I mean, if I was you, I'd just go get a construction job, man. Manual labor.
Okay.
Find you a job. My dude had a great job in high school. Sling 60-pound cheese curd bags for 11 hours on a shift, unloading cheese curd pallets. Okay. Find you some hard, gritty manual labor job, and then love that job.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going back to school, so I don't have the job anymore, but I was working at FedEx Ground, like packaging, like throwing boxes in a truck, lifting boxes and stuff.
Okay. That's why you're going to quit SEAL training.
Yes, sir.
Why? Why did I just say you're going to quit SEAL training?
I have no idea.
Is loading boxes in a truck a gritty job? No.
Not super gritty, yeah.
But you think it's gritty because you're a track runner.
Yes, sir.
Right? A little uncomfortable. You got a little paper cut on your hand. That ain't gritty, son. Like, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Your idea of gritty and my idea of gritty, like you down there in the 100 level classes, and I'm up here in the 600 level classes, PhD classes of gritty. Matter of fact, you probably in middle school, and I'm in the 600 level PhD classes.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I'm not laughing, am I?
No, sir.
I'm trying to help you understand why we having this phone call.
Yes,
because I knew what your problem was by the tone of your email.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Thinking you gritty and getting out there and finding out what real grittiness means equals failing.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So I'm telling you, go get a real gritty job. It ain't loading boxes in the back of an Amazon truck or a FedEx truck.
Yes,
that
sir.
ain't gritty. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Gritty is changing all the tires on the FedEx truck, working in a tire place.
Yes, sir.
Doing 10 hours a day changing tires. That's a gritty job.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Going to a construction site and shoveling rocks for 2 days straight.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir, it does.
Okay? So you keep telling me you're going to go to Buzz and Quit every time you try to say, can I do this gritty job as a barista? It's really gritty to make coffee all day. I do such a good job. I get scalded by the hot steam every now and then. Ain't gonna work, man. Okay, what else?
Sorry. For running.
Okay.
I know
if you ask me some dumbass question about running, I'm just gonna laugh at you.
Okay.
What are you gonna ask me about running? What are you gonna ask?
I was gonna ask running in boots and stuff, but I guess just a scratch.
Does it say running in boots on my thing?
No, sir.
What's it say run in?
Tennis shoes.
Why?
Those pegs that you posted a picture of.
Yeah, them cheap ass Pegasus, because you can replace them often. How often you replace your running shoes?
Every 500 miles, something like that. Every month.
Okay, so every month. Okay. Like, we don't train in boots, man. Boots don't make you faster.
Yes, sir.
The boots you're gonna run in are basically a pair of tennis shoes.
Okay.
There ain't like you're not running in real boots. Mm-hmm. The only thing I might tell you is, like, once you get a SEAL contract, we may do some rucking, put a ruck on your back, but I got a 14-week Thor program for that. But I mean, that's just because you little, you 140 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it ain't in that program, you ain't gotta worry about it.
Yes, sir.
Because everybody that's listened to that program and listened to what I told them hasn't had any problems at all. I've had one kid have a problem, and he was black. He couldn't float. So drown proofing was really hard on him.
Yes,
and
sir.
he practiced every day for the year leading up, and he still struggled to pass the test. Okay? That's the only kid that I've had that got there and struggled on anything.
Yes, sir.
Okay? We're going to go bang out our PADI qual before you go. Are you scuba qualified?
No, sir.
Okay, so we may not bang it out, but like I may have you go to a garage sale somewhere and find a regulator for like $20 and a tank, and then just put your head in the bathtub or in a bucket. A bucket work good. You just fill the bucket of water, put your head in the bucket, and breathe on the regulator.
Okay.
Because you got to get used to breathing underwater on a rig, and PADI qual is like $500 now, which is crazy to me. But you know, if you got some extra change laying around, we'll go bang out PADI qual before we go.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, you get one more question, and I'm getting off this phone.
That's it for my bullet points that I wrote down.
Okay, you got everything answered you want?
Yes, sir. I was going to ask you, are there any more things like that, the PADI qual, that you think we'll do after I get my
shoot? Can you shoot a gun?
I shot quite a bit in high school with my dad.
Okay, so like shooting the level of shooting has upped its level in SEALs training. Used to be like you graduated from SEALs training, you could shoot a target. But now you got CQC, you got to be able to really shoot a gun.
Yes, sir.
So we've had one of the kids got rolled for shooting. And, you know, we got a BB gun. He shot it on a BB gun every night for an hour and a half. He went back and did fine.
Cool.
So that would be the only thing. Like scuba qual is probably the most important thing you can get prior to going.
Okay.
I'm gonna be on Legacy Flight tomorrow. So I got one of my mentees who's now a lieutenant in the SEAL teams, and we're gonna do some question and answering on Legacy Flight tomorrow if you want to join us.
Yes, sir.
It's on my LinkedIn. The link is on my LinkedIn, or it's just Legacy Flight, I think, on Instagram.
Legacy Flight.
So we're doing that tomorrow, 5 p.m. my time.
Yes, sir.
Legacy Flight Academy. So, all right, bud, listen, don't be a stranger, okay? But you ain't got to tell me everything. So I should expect to hear from you like mid-November saying, hey, I'm gonna wrap up this degree here in December. You know, you can go enlist if you want to, delayed entry program, whatever, and just be set up for the fall, the spring, if you want to.
Okay.
Right? But I would tell you to bang out them little, so here's what I tell you. Get all the stuff we talked about done. It won't take you long to enlist. Like you can go if you want to and start now to make sure you got a billet like January. But like even if you wait, I tell everybody it's better to wait 3 or 4, 5, 6 months and get everything lined up than it is to go in there unlined up and fail. Because you'll be chipping paint on a ship and you'll be really upset.
Yes, sir, I will be.
Okay. Now, if you got your degree, you can go fly planes though. So if you don't make it through SEAL training, then you just put your planes package in. And I'm telling everybody to go look at airplanes. Like you got a college degree, you need to look at airplanes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because it's like make $375,000 a year when you get out for the rest of your life. All right, man. Do your thing, Parker.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the call. Thanks.
You're good, brother. Dial your grit up for me, man. Dial your grit up.
Yes, sir. Thank you.